Hi y'all, good morning. It's early good morning. And I am scheduled today to be going to my mother's. And the craziest thing is I am finding out that this guy who I've known for well over, I want to say 10 years or so. No, probably like 13 years, okay? I met this guy in the club. I've been a dancer since I was 17, okay? I danced all the way up, I want to say, to maybe 35, I got a job. And, the revealing of the gang stalking and all of that came about, while I was working there. I realized that I had been being gang stalked, but who knows for how long, and it's just crazy that I was being gang stalked all those many years ago and had no earthly clue, none. But I was heavy in drugs, I was deep in, every night I worked, I danced, because when you're a dancer, a lot of dancers are on some kind of drug. I want to say it's only 1% that come in and don't do anything. Don't drink, don't do any drugs. It's 1%. I'm letting you guys know, okay? Everyone else has their vice, because we're not in there because we like to do that. We're not dancing for a man because we hot, we horny. Ooh, yeah. This is our thing. No, we have basically led our path to having to fend for ourselves. And I don't want to rob nobody. I don't want to go in the store and steal clothes and be a booster and all these things right here just to get $1. If this is a way, honestly, that I can get $1 without taking from someone, that was my way of thinking. I left home on my own because my mom, I wanted to be grown. My mom was the best mother ever. I thank her for doing that, because if I want to be grown and I want to deal with a 25-year-old man and I'm 15 years old, you're going to either abide by my rules or leave my home. And me being what I wanted to be, I left, because I'm I'm hot in the ass and this guy's just so, and I had to leave naked. Okay. But that's to be rightfully so. You're a 25-year-old man, you want to deal with my 15-year-old daughter, you're going to do what you need to do for her. However, when I tell you guys, that was just the start of my downward spiral. And when me and him stopped dealing, and he used to give me money every day, when me and him stopped dealing, I had to make a way, and I walked in on him and my best friend, okay? So that right there ended for us. But I had to make a way for myself. I'm not going to go back home because I chose to be a grown-ass woman. I'm a grown-ass woman now. Grown-ass women don't run back home. My mom, when she got in her tight spot, she didn't run back home when she left my dad after 16 years of marriage. Never being a woman that worked a day in her life prior to that. She got out. We had to stay in the mission for one night. And thanks, glory be to God, His grace was over my family, because we got an apartment in a low-income place. The next day, they gave her a certificate. We moved in. She walked to work. She walked to school. She did whatever she had to do on her own for her 3 girls. She didn't wait on a handout. She didn't look on a handout for somebody. So this is why I had, you understand, watching my mom be a strong woman, watching her, I may have done it not in the most pleasant way, not in the way that, God would see fit for me to do so, but that was my choice. So that led me to the path. I'm trying to take care of myself. Every dancer in there is trying to take care of themselves. They're trying to take care of their children, okay? They're trying to, or if they don't have kids like me, I don't have kids, you're trying to take care of yourself, okay? So at the end of the day, you need something. something, because you don't like these men coming there. It's probably 2 men in the course of a whole week of dancing that you may see 2 guys that you wouldn't mind talking to, or seeing outside of the club or something. Other than that, everybody else is like, you want to be that way, but you have to, it's an illusion, it's a fantasy. You gotta smile, you gotta kiki with them, you gotta do, and to do all of that, you really be needing to be on some kind of intoxication, okay? However, I was, every night I had to do cocaine. Every night I was doing cocaine. That's why, my nose, forgive me, you guys, if on my videos, please understand that I have a hole inside of my nose, which causes a constant flow of mucus all day long. All day long. I'm constantly blowing my nose. I'm constantly, it's my fault. I did cocaine for well over almost 2 decades, okay? So at the end of the day, I'm here, I'm dealing with it. It is what it is, but I am no longer a drug addict, okay? So please, stop. However, back to the story. So yesterday, I called my mom, and I'm talking to her, but I haven't quite told my mom the full extent. And I think my mom is being gang stalked too. Like, my mom has been going through some over the years, really. But her husband, my sisters, and my sisters have done it to me. It's weird. It's crazy weird, However, I'm going to her home. My mom will never betray her child. My mom loves me. I love my mother. We are like 2 peas in a pod. You understand me? Like, I love my mom. I really do. But I've always stayed away, far as, I don't believe in staying with your parents after you get grown, because, you're supposed to take care of yourself. Now is their time for you to take care of them. If you're grown, you're going through whatever, don't run back home. Do what you need to do to survive. But this time, and the devil has kept me like that, because of that, my way of thinking. He's kept me, in his grips. And this time I say, God, you know what? That's all I want now. I'd rather be with my mom until the end of the earth, or I take my last breath and she takes hers. You understand? I don't want a man. After knowing that I was with this guy for well over, since I was 18 to 36, and this man was gang stalking me. You were part of it. I loved him. All these men they had sent to me were gang stalkers. And we had our breaks, we had our ons, we had our offs. We had our ons, we had our offs. It was just, crazy to me. It was just really, really crazy. So, and that text that just came through is from the guy that I'm making this video about. So I was telling my mom I was going to I have my own car, but these guys have been messing with my car, messing with my vehicle. I need a full pump. I need a fuel pump change on my car. And the man said it might be a hole in the fuel line. So basically I got to get a fuel pump and a line just to make sure. I want to cover the whole references. And then it's some kind of knocking. I left my car sitting one night somewhere and rode off with a friend of mine. I came back. I get in my car and I drive, and now it's a knocking on the tire part. So it's don't know what that is, okay? and why that started. However, they know I have been planning to take my car. I was going to drive it to Orlando and be done with it, and like I said, I was going to leave it in my mom's garage, just let it sit, nobody touch it, nobody get in. My whole car is wrapped up in plastic at the moment. I've wrapped my seats, everything, the roof of the ceiling, anything with like a rug-like material with those lights and crabs and stick. I have wrapped everything up, okay? However, this is what started, okay? So I have it parked. I'm gonna get it to the mechanic and let him look at it, do what he needs to do, and get it fixed, and then I can drive it down. However, I'm gonna be having to take the Megabus, which is here in Jacksonville. It's very cheap. It's cheaper than Greyhound. It's like maybe $15 for my. It's $15 for my trip. $2.50 for the booking fee. $17. Can't beat it. So I was supposed to leave this morning at 6:31. The bus was supposed to pull out. Right. I woke up at 5:51. Me, okay? But I haven't been getting much rest because it's been just since I've been staying in my room, making sure to keep my sheets and everything with me. If I leave out this room, I take everything with me. The stuff that I use to, my hair, everything, I have to take with me. I have to buy my own tissue because the motherfuckers was putting lights in my tissue. Here, I can't use their towels. Anything they give me is infected with this stuff. It's crazy. So, I've been like, you know what? Having to take a shower 2-3 times a day, it's a lot. You guys don't understand having to buy new clothes every day. And let me tell you something. These people are so wicked. I go into Walmart. These people will be walking around the stuff that would fit my size. They'll be walking around. They'll be making sure to touch all, you know what I'm saying? Just touch it and this, that, and the third. And I'm just like, oh, Lord. It's crazy. It's crazy, okay? So it's hard for me to even find clothes that aren't infected. 1 second. So at the end of the day, I was supposed to be getting on that Megabus this morning. I didn't. So I called my mom because she was supposed to meet me at the bus station to pick me up because I didn't have a car, of course. So I called her. I was expected to be arriving there at 9. I called my mom because I don't want her to be getting up out of her bed and she ain't got to, So I called her to let her know I missed that bus and I would be on the night bus, the next bus. She says, okay, babe, fine, no problem. Long as when you come, you get here, you get here safely. That's my mom. Okay, so I hang up with her. It's this guy I have been knowing for I want to say 13 years, you guys. I met him in the club. And the craziest part is this other guy that used to tip me a lot of money. He introduced me to him. Okay? He introduced me to him. And, Okay, sorry about that, you guys. He just will not stop texting. Okay? It's fucking crazy. I met this guy about 13 years ago. Another guy that used to me a lot of money introduced me to him. Okay, and like I told you guys, I was a prostitute. Okay, so, 1 second.